This video is supported by Profit Accumulator. Profit Accumulator helps you to earn extra money by doing something called match betting. Match betting isn't gambling. And when you do it properly, and I mean properly, you can't lose. So get involved right now. Click the link in the description and sign up to Profit Accumulator right now.
Hi and welcome to AFTV. This is your Dundalk preview with myself, Cecil G, and my main man next to me, James B. Let's just get straight into it. Europa League, there's no massive build-up.
Crucial clash in our season.
Hopefully some positivity. So obviously something that can lighten our moods, because we've been in a bad rut really at the moment, and hopefully this game, I think we say this every week though, this is what, it's getting a bit upsetting. I say this every week, that the Europa League can cheer us up, we'll see some exciting football. And then,
in fairness, it does.
It does.
In fairness, like when we watch it, I do leave thinking, oh, there's hope for this team.
And then we reach the weekend, and it's like, nope, back to square one.
Exactly. But it is Dundalk. It's a shame that obviously fans aren't travelling, because what an amazing away trip that could have been. To be fair, they all would have been as well, but I think the fact that you're not, with all due respect to Dundalk, I don't think it's not a tie you were expecting. So what an amazing opportunity it could have been. But and
we have there's a lot of fan base in Ireland.
Yeah,
as well
we do. Every time we're doing these lives, there's always I'm somebody from Ireland. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, so many from Ireland. So it would have been for us as well. It'd been nice to have travelled up there and enjoyed the game.
But it is the the Europa League's been a bit of a slog anyway, in terms of you just want to get through the games, get your points. We've done very well. We've won all 5 of our games, and that's not to be played down. It is actually impressive. Because we are fielding a weakened team, we're trying new things, and we're playing some youngsters with experienced players as well, and we're getting through quite comfortably. And now this very much is, though, the irrelevant match. Completely and utterly irrelevant. It's a glorified friendly from our perspective. No, I don't mean any disrespect, but it very much is. It's a case of, we've got to go play out the fixture, so what can we make of this? And I've got a few ideas.
Okay.
But should we go into it?
Yeah, let's go into it.
Let's do
it.
I'm
intrigued to see what we can take from the game tomorrow.
And by the way, while I'm disrespecting the tie and the match and kind of where we are with it, I'm not disrespecting Dundalk. I mean, this is their run to winning the. It says the FAI Cup, which I believe is probably the Irish FA Cup, I imagine. So quarter final, they beat Bohemians 4-1.
Okay, that's good. That's a good result.
So they scored 4. I can't remember the last time we scored 4, or at least not in the Europa League.
I mean, in the Premier League.
Genuinely,
I think
Norwich.
My brains.
Norwich, Project Restart. Project Restart. I think
before Project Restart.
During. Yeah, so like July, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So anyway, against Athlone Town.
Athlone Town. That sounds like a non-league team. Probably is a non-league team.
Well, with this result, 11-0.
The FIFA scores. Legends. Might have to try and find that.
Absolutely battered them. And then they beat Shamrock Rovers 4-2 in the final.
They're quite a good team, I think, Shamrock Rovers.
Yeah, I think that they have been the Irish team of the last few years.
I know of them.
Dundalk have been up there, but...
No, I don't want to be offensive, but I know of Shamrock Rovers. So
4-2 win. So
4-2 as well. And
that was on the 6th of December, so that was Sunday.
Oh, they're rare.
Sunday when we were not winning 4-2 on Sunday. No. We very much weren't. So, look, that's kind of... I'm not an expert on Dundalk, I'll be honest. I'm not. And we said this in the last preview.
As well, myself nor mine.
I thought they gave us a tough game at the Emirates. Actually, it took us a while to break them down. Eventually we did. Got through.
We did,
once we did, the floodgates kind of opened. But it was 3-0, wasn't it? It took us a while to break them down, and I think it was Eddie Nketiah kind of slightly lucky goal.
Yeah, they had a few chances as well. I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you guys watched. They had a few chances that they didn't take. In all fairness, but they caused us some problems. They're not someone that we can just turn up and.
No, but
what I mean,
I think
we should win. But do you know what I mean?
I think we can turn up and relax though. That doesn't mean expect. Look, honestly, this result doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it really doesn't. For me, it's all about actually seeing certain players, seeing certain things. Obviously, if we put the youngsters out and they get beat 4-0, that's actually probably really worrying. But the idea is that hopefully we can get some youngsters to have some game time. But
it's a tricky one. I hope it's balanced. Balanced. But the only reason why I say that is because obviously I watched highlights of the under-21s against AFC Wimbledon, and they lost 2-0. Arsenal. So I don't think a whole gung-ho of youngsters is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
But it'll be nice. There's definitely players that it should be balanced, is what I'm trying to say, because, well, if you're an Arsenal fan, you've been watching, you'll know that they should be integrating maybe the seniors with the youngsters.
I agree. 11-0, you know.
Still thinking about that. That is a lot of. Do you know what? I haven't.
When was the last time we scored half of that?
What's that? 5.5?
Yeah, five and an offside goal.
5 and a VAR check.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it's been a long time. I haven't even seen 11-0 since back in like under sevens. So
I haven't since FIFA.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. So anyway, they'll come in confident, and they're at home, and it's an amazing occasion. They've got.
Have they got fans?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I don't know.
I should have looked into that.
We will look into that. And pre-match build-up show, we'll have confirmation.
Yes, we can chat about
all that. We can chat about Dundalk.
But I'm taking the role of presenter here for a second. I wanted to ask you a question. I was really curious. Yeah, sorry.
That's
I'm putting you on the back foot here. I wanted to know. We have to play these Europa League games anyway, obviously to qualify. No one has a divine right. It's not just because we're Arsenal. We don't have any right to go straight into the knockout. So we've earned our right there. We've done well. Of these 6 weeks, what for you have been the pros and cons of what you've seen over our Europa League campaign? Because I don't want to touch on the Premier League. We know what that is, and we've spoken about it.
Yes.
But the Europa League has been good. Should we start with the cons? Should we start with the bad end of the good?
Okay.
All right. So cons to this qualifying round. What have you made of it?
Cons. It's interrupted the flow of just a consistent run for players, as in to stay fit and have our strongest team out, in my opinion. Just obviously not many players got injured during the Europa League, but likes of Saka being overplayed, going back from international break, then going to play Europa games and playing first team matches, so things like that. I think it's been a lot of games, which is a double-edged sword, because we're in a cup. And right now, I think we should be taking it very serious, because it's probably our only chance of silverware this season potentially. So it's a double-edged sword, because I want us to be in cups to obviously hopefully win one and get a trophy on the board. But then it also contradicts, because obviously means more games, more stress on and fatigue for the players. But it's a con in hindsight. The fact that the opposition, okay. In all fairness, it's just watching the group stages can be sometimes, don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed watching Arsenal play free-flowing football and attacking football in the Europa League, but it's just...
Been a bit of a slog?
It's a slog, because it doesn't confuse me, it's just like, I see them playing this way, then we get to the weekend, it's like,
it's not a real representation of where we are.
So to me, that's a con, because it just hurts me to see what we could be.
or at least seeing what the players are trying to do and realising, wow, we are so far away from doing this at the level we want. I see what you mean. I mean, one of the ones for me has been, not that I would really know how this works, but I assume the travel in the Europa League and the fact that you're playing on Thursday and recovery time, the players must be training much less than they are.
Yeah.
And that for me is a bit of a con. I can imagine Arteta, you think when he arrived in December, he's had Europa League, FA Cup, Premier League. Fell out the Europa League quite quickly, so he only played 2 games of that, to be fair. He's then had the Premier League, then he had the pandemic where he was away from the players for about 2 months, then started playing again the month after. Even then he couldn't really be with the players. It was very limited in what they could do. And then, the season ends, gets a couple weeks, really only a couple weeks before the Community Shield, and he's back into football, and he's had the Carabao Cup, 2 rounds, and Europa League. He has not had a prolonged, serious amount of time to work on nothing but training and working the players, and that's where I feel sorry for him a little bit. We needed the Europa League for funds, and we needed the Europa League for a degree of prestige. I know we joke it's not the Champions League, but not being in Europe at all would be abysmal. We are a European club.
Let's be careful, that might get chopped up in next season.
I know, but I've got to say
right.
my chest, because
right.
even if we do drop out of it, we are a European club and we should be there.
Agreed.
So I think that's where, for all the Arteta outers, Arteta in debate, whatever it is you feel, I don't think anyone can disagree that whether he should be doing better or not, Arteta, he's not had the time that he's had, in fact, significantly less time on the training pitch than
100%.
most would want. So those have been the cons. In terms of pros, though, I'll get them kicked off.
Go on.
I think the fact that we've managed to just get this all out the way, I've quite liked. You know, usually in the Europa League, it feels like a real slog because you kick it off in September and you go to sort of mid-December, and what you do is a sort of like you play. Then you play so match day 1, and then 2 weeks later is match day 2.
Yeah.
Then it's the international break. Then it's match week 3. Then it's another 2 weeks after that. At least we've been back to back.
And we've been winning. And we've been winning.
And we've been winning.
We got it out, like you said, out of the way early. Like it wasn't like we were struggling to get the top spot in this. We got it done. I know Arteta played a strong squad in his first game. In my opinion, it was a lot of the senior players. But yeah, we're not making a slog of it. Like Tottenham, obviously drew.
Tottenham have made a slog of it.
Struggle,
Tottenham have. They've now got to win against. I forgot who it is, Antwerp, to win the group.
Exactly, well, there you go.
So they have made a slog of it. So yeah, that's definitely been a pro. The youngsters playing, some of the football we've played, as we mentioned, and testing new things. Yeah, the youngsters for sure. I mean, I'd like to have seen a little bit more, but Willock, Nelson, they've looked good.
Yeah.
And I suppose one more positive is, they've not had to travel. I know I was just complaining about travel, lack of training time, but they could be doing like 4 or 5 hour flights, and they're not. They've gone to is it Norway? Why do I always get this wrong? Yeah, it's Norway. Why do I always get this wrong? Sorry, guys. They've been to Norway. They went to Vienna. They're going to Dundalk in Ireland. You know, it's been an ideal sort of set of away ties. Yeah, real shame we couldn't be there.
That's the other thing. Like being here and analysing it from here is all well and good. We both love it, but Don Robbie does speak about the travelling and the away trips and how much fun they are. So hopefully once things go back, and that's another pro for me. We're going to add a little pro there as well, is that fans came back to the Europa League, 2,000 of them. So yeah, it was nice for them. 2,000. It was the first game that Arsenal had fans back, and it was a great game.
No, that's a really good point. That genuinely is a nice memory for me, actually.
And Lacazette scoring, not just him scoring, but I'm saying like the way he celebrated to the fans. I think for him that's an amazing moment. For us, just watching it from afar here at the studio. For me, that's a pro. It's a nice, nice
absolutely.
moment.
It was really lovely. I agree. Let's go into the 11s we want to see. We'll round off with this. No point predicting the 11. Because it's very difficult to predict in the Europa League. Very difficult.
And
secondly,
today,
who cares what our lineup probably will be? I want to chat about what you want to see, what I want to see.
Yeah.
The club is having problems, and the thing is, every week we chat about what we should do differently, what we should see, blah blah. And then you have another result, and then you change your mind because we're fickle football fans, and that's how it works. But
I like that, fickle football fans.
Fickle football fans.
Quite a nice little tongue twister.
Yeah, it is. But let's go with the 11s. Do you want to kick it off? I've got yours here.
Yeah,
You're going to see it popping up on screen now. Okay. This is Cecil's 11. Talk us through it, Cecil. Why have you picked this 11?
So obviously we got.
Why am I playing presenter here?
I know. Do you know what?
This has gone weird.
It relaxes me though. It comforts me. I do like the.
It's quite. We can balance the two.
Yeah, of course. You are a presenter as well. So obviously we got the starting 11 here. I've gone for 4-3-3. We're going to also talk about substitutes that we would like to see come on and make.
Yeah, I thought that was quite important to bring up as well. Yeah.
So I've got Runnison starting in goal, which is it's clear it's the Europa League. I feel where else is he going to play? In my opinion, this is a perfect competition for him to be integrated into. Cedric on the left.
Back four.
Actually, hold on. Am I playing that right?
You've gone for Cedric left back.
Hold on, wait. Let me just check my formation here. Yeah. Was that what I agreed? Yeah.
Well, originally you had Bellerin left back, but you actually decided to swap the two.
Yeah, I swapped the two. Okay, cool. So Cedric.
Basically, Kolasinac doesn't play for Cecil.
No, I mean, let me give you the answers to this. Okay, so Cedric on the left. The reason for this is because I like Cedric. Again, he doesn't done nothing wrong. Yeah. I think he deserves to play. In my opinion, he's starting. However, I expect him to come off and make a change for Kolasinac.
Okay.
Only because I want Cedric to play on Sunday against.
So you're giving a bit of match practice.
Okay. Fine. Okay. There we go.
And in Bellerin, you said you've got in there too.
Yeah, we'll get to Bellerin. Mari and Chambers in the centre back. Obviously, we saw them in the last Europa League game. They deserve minutes. Chambers has come back from injury. Mari. Also as well, actually, and they deserve to play. I don't see a problem with them. I think they're both fighting for that number 1 spot. I think Gabriel and Luiz are, in my opinion,
alongside Gabriel.
Yes. Yeah. For the top spot. For the top spot, I think. Yeah. I think they're both fighting for that position. But right now, Gabriel and Luiz have got that solidified. Yeah. But I'd like to see them. Yeah, at some point maybe in the Premier League. Bellerin right back. Now the reason why Bellerin is playing. And I've decided, because in my live shows I've said I don't want to see Bellerin or Xhaka again. It's very harsh right now, not the way the state the club's in, but Bellerin needs to play to practice throw-ins. Now, under intense pressure of an actual match, I think this is the perfect place. The Europa League, he can take all the throw-ins in the Europa League, because it doesn't matter this game. Coming. So I think Bellerin will be perfect to start, enjoy the position that he's comfortable in, he can attack, which he likes to do, and he can practice his throw-ins. Right, let's quickly move on to the midfield. We've got 3 in midfield. I picked El Neni as a defensive midfielder in a 1.
Imagine picking a player to practice throw-ins.
I know, I think training's not the right place for him. I think he can practice all day.
He can't practice.
Yeah, he needs officials.
This?
No, he needs to do that in a game, because maybe I don't know why he's getting it wrong. Maybe the pressures of a match. I know, James. I know, but I know. So I put El Neni in the defensive mid role.
Won't like that.
Then we got Maitland-Niles on the left side of him in the midfield, and then Smith Rowe on the right side. Just the youngsters in front. Let El Neni, he's an experienced player. I want him to just break up the play. I think he deserves to play as well. I need to see a bit more of him, and I think he needs the game time to get his match fitness back. And then the Smith Rowes and the Maitland-Niles in front of him, just to enjoy it. They're youngsters. I think they should have a go. And then the front 3, Balogun on the left. Balogun deserves to start.
All right.
No, there's no questions about it. I was disappointed why he didn't start in the last Europa game. Same with Emil Smith Rowe. I think they both should have started. However, I'm not the manager, but now I think this game is pretty much a nothing game. They deserve to play, especially Balogun on the left. It'd be nice to see him take up that responsibility in that role. Aubameyang up top, down the middle. I picked Aubameyang. He needs confidence. I think he was, not that he was jealous or envious, but seeing Lacazette score in front of the fans last week, he might have thought, you know what, I would like a bit of that. So yeah, I think Aubameyang should be starting in the middle.
He's got Burnley to do it.
I think he's got Burnley as well. I think I wouldn't play Aubameyang for the full 90. He'll probably come off for Nketiah. That's the only option that's all I really want to say on that. I think that's fair. And then Pepe out on the right. I think he's doing well in the Europa League.
Yeah, fine.
As much as fans think I give him stick, I think he's doing well in the Europa League, and he's building confidence, and he needs to keep playing. And this is the only place he can play.
Cool.
To come on, Aziz, Willock and Saka. Saka maybe not come on because I want him to play definitely on Sunday, but Aziz has to be featured. Maybe a swap for Emil Smith Rowe, and yeah, Willock would be the like-for-like change maybe for El Neni or Maitland-Niles, depending on how the game's going. But
fair enough.
That's my 11. Sorry, that might have took a bit of time, but yeah, that's what I think.
Good.
Predict. I don't know if you guys agree with me. Let me know in the comments if you agree with my 11. But we're about to hear James's. Mine or James's, you can agree with.
I've based mine purely on being absolutely sick of the first team and the performances.
Wow, you went there.
And the football that we've been playing.
Didn't see that coming. Serious. But fair. No,
I'm so
done with
bored and done with it, and the football I've been seeing. And so this 11, I picked a combination of players that need confidence because they've just been taking way too many L's in the Premier League, and they need just to play some good football and feel confident about what they're doing again, score a few goals. That will explain some of them. And then the other thing is I've basically gone for a team that I believe has some sort of future under Arteta.
Okay.
I was going to go in on some players, but I'm not. I'll refrain.
Hold it back. We're not here for that.
If your name's not here,
if your name's not on the list, you know, yeah, I like
that. These are just players that I believe.
If your name's not here, just know I hate watching you play right now.
Yeah. If your name's not on the list,
you're out. Or something like that.
You didn't make the team.
That's heartbreaking. That is literally heartbreaking. Please step forward. If I call your name, please step forward.
It's literally how I feel. There are too many players that, for me, have had good moments at the club, and I'm not saying they're not good footballers. They will make it elsewhere. They're clearly talented, but for a long time now, haven't been delivering for Arsenal. And I am personally done now. I want to see Arteta. If Arteta's gonna go out trying to evolve and progress the club, not putting your faith in the same players who've been letting a lot of managers down, and that is what my 11 sort of reflects here. Runnison in goal, nothing to do with Leno. It's just, Runnison. This is the last game we'll probably get now before what's basically a Premier League heavy run. He won't play in the Carabao Cup against City, I don't think. No. So Runnison starts. Back four, I've gone for Cedric. Absolutely deserves a chance in the Premier League. So why am I playing him here? Because again, I just think like you said, let's give him that game time. I want him to start against Burnley. Yeah. Chambers, Mari, I believe they do have some sort of future under Arteta. Mari certainly. Chambers depends what Chambers we get. So I'd like to see them both starting. Kolasinac, left back, purely because I think Tierney needs to be rested. I'm not having to dig Kolasinac there. I'm not sure he's got a massive long-term future at Arsenal personally. That is not a personal thing or my reflection on him as a player, because I think he's unfairly criticised sometimes as well, but he nearly left. So I just don't think he's going to go another season beyond this. Midfield, I've gone for Maitland-Niles as the defensive midfielder because he's, good ball winner, athletic, as he said himself, he brings legs into the midfield. Smith Rowe and Sabay, obviously the side, I think they've potentially got a future, even if we don't sign Sabay. I think it's that type of player. With Nelson, Aubameyang and Pepe in the front three. Pepe and Nelson, put them where you want. Aubameyang leading the line, he needs a goal, as you said. And I want to see Aziz, Willock, Cottrell, Saka and Balogun get on. And that's...
Cottrell obviously was playing yesterday, but it'd be still good.
I just think he'll have the adrenaline and the energy to come on for 20, 30 minutes. Exactly, so, agreed. That's that. The last Europa League game.
The last Europa League group
of 2020.
Of 2020. Listen, well, that is it from us. Thank you for watching the Dundalk preview. And hopefully it starts a nice, good run for Arsenal of winning games.
Let's hope.
Thank you.
Would you like to earn yourself some extra money this Christmas? Maybe you want to buy a gift for your friend, for your family. Maybe you want to donate some money to charity. Well, why don't you check out Profit Accumulator? So to find out more and to sign up, check the link in the description and get involved right now with Profit Accumulator.